And while we're at it, we'll be moving to the next segment of our meeting, and that is the induction, presentation and induction of new members, presentation and induction of members. New members are joining Toastmasters International, Unity Toastmasters Club. And to do that will be our distinguished Toastmaster, Soji Salu. And let me introduce him very quickly. Distinguished Toastmaster Soji Salu is an IT professional and a civil servant. He's a coach and a trainer. He has held several positions in Toastmasters, including the president of ASO Rockstars, Area 13 Director, PQD, that's the Program Quality Director currently of this division, Division E. He is a strong believer in the power of personal development and to improve the quality of people's lives. He's passionate about helping people break limitations and realize their potential. I want to introduce to the virtual lectern, distinguished Toastmaster Soji Salu, as he takes us in this segment, which is the presentation and induction of members. Over to you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Titi Ojo. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed guests, and our ebullient Toastmasters. It gives me great pleasure to be here today in this meeting of the Premier Toastmasters Club in Abuja, the Unity Toastmasters. But it gives me even greater pleasure to be a part of the very auspicious proceedings of today's meeting, which is the induction ceremony of the newest members of this great club. Inductees, how would you feel if a few years down the line in your Toastmasters journey, you become public speaking champions? So you become champions probably in your club, or maybe even in West and Central Africa, or who knows, maybe even on the global stage. How would you feel if a few years down the line, your presentation skills become so polished that you become a resource person that is highly sought after in your place of work, and even that people are willing to pay big to hear you speak? How would you feel if a few years down the line, you realize that your leadership skills and your confidence has grown to be so powerful that you are easily able to inspire and influence people without even trying? I hear somebody say that is a pipe dream, but I say no, it is not. It is a possibility that you can realize with Toastmasters if you start strong and you key into the Toastmasters program the right way. You see, Toastmasters is like a busy marketplace where people are always coming in and going out. One thing everyone in this market looks for is value. Some people come into this marketplace, they look around, but unfortunately, they are unable to find what they want, and they leave disappointed. Some other people come into this same market, they find what they are looking for, they grasp it, they stay a while, and then they leave. Then a third group of people, they come into this market, they also grasp the value they want. But after grasping that value, interestingly enough, they stay. And when they stayed, they became not just buyers of value in the marketplace, they also became sellers of value. These Toastmasters are people that have gained from Toastmasters, and they have also decided to give back to Toastmasters some of the things they have learned. And in so doing, they enrich their clubs, enrich their fellow members, and also improve themselves. And it is my experience that this group of Toastmasters are those who gain and grow the most from the Toastmasters program. If you are part of this group, I can tell you, you are almost on your way to your destination in Toastmasters. Now, I have been a Toastmaster for over 7 years. And today I would like to share with you a brief, compendious summary of 3 powerful but very simple nuggets that if we apply to our Toastmasters journey, to our Toastmasters process, I can assure you that your journey will be both rewarding and it will be a phenomenal success. The first nugget I'll be talking about is this: your road will be rough. You might start strong on the road, but some way down that road, you may meet with challenges. And these challenges will be so strong that it could cause you disappointment, or could even cause you to doubt yourself in this journey, or to even quit being a Toastmaster. Yes, you will give bad speeches. You will make mistakes as a leader. At times, you will doubt your competence and your ability to continue as a Toastmaster. But in the midst of these challenging situations, the only thing to do and to remember is this: you must never back down. Because it is said that calm seas never made competent sailors. On the other side of the challenges you see is success and personal growth, your growth. So hold on tight and don't back down. There's a story of a particular Toastmaster in our midst that has always inspired me, and I've always taken that story to heart. It is a story of our Toastmaster of the day today, distinguished Toastmaster Titi Ojo. Very early on in her Toastmasters journey, when she started Toastmasters anew, an opportunity arose in her workplace where they had to give a presentation on the TV about their company. Now, as you can imagine, everybody in the company was afraid to step up and say, I would represent my company. Even our very dear, just distinguished Toastmaster Titi was also scared to offer up herself, and she didn't say anything. However, a very smart co-worker of hers suddenly had a brainwave and said, wait, Titi is a Toastmaster. She can do this. And distinguished Toastmaster Titi confessed that she was so scared when that was mentioned, and she wished she could disappear and hide. But guess what? She also understood the principle of never backing down, even when the road is rough. Today, if you hear distinguished Toastmaster Titi speaking on TV, on AIT, and on other media outlets, you will be amazed. She speaks with such confidence, such effervescence, focus, and so much competence. You would never have believed that this lady, at a point in time, was so scared to go in front of the camera. And this tells us, if we don't back down from our challenges, we focus on it and we continue, all we will get at the end of the day is great success. So never back down. The second nugget I'd like to bring out to us is this: you should always seek out higher leadership responsibilities. I always say this: the quickest and the surest way to achieve your goals in Toastmaster of transformation and growth is to seek out higher leadership responsibilities. Are you comfortable being the grammarian in your club meetings? Why don't you stir things up and step things up and start going for other more challenging roles, perhaps the role of an evaluator? Or perhaps in the previous dispensation, you were the sergeant at arms for your club. Why don't you stir things up and step things up and go for the position of perhaps the vice president membership? Because when you go for these leadership roles, two things happen. One, you help others to grow in their journey by offering your service. But the second, even more powerful reason is, with these positions, you are able to stir up hidden gifts and talents within you that you never knew you had. And they would never have become obvious if you never put yourself to the test with that leadership position. A very good example is that of the immediate past president of Unity Toastmasters Club Toastmaster Linda. I was there the day when she was offered the position of president of Unity Toastmasters Club. And though the position was daunting and the task ahead was very scary, she did not back down. She stiffened her back and she rose to the challenge. Now, those of you who don't know Toastmaster Linda, if you know Toastmaster Linda, you would know that she is a very shy person and avoids being in the spotlight. But after taking up this role as a president, she was transformed. She became so confident and she became so proficient in her leadership roles that at the end of her tenure as president, she left behind a stable club and also a club with other members that succeeded her that are just as competent as she is, leading to a very successful club. She grew, she transformed because she stepped up to a higher responsibility. So don't be afraid to step up. My third and final nugget is this: you don't have to work alone. You see, if you want the burden of your Toastmasters journey to be lighter and you want to get to your destination, to your goal faster, then work with mentors. Get mentors. Court mentors. Move along with mentors. Toastmaster Afiz was on the right track when he said he needed to get a mentor. He needed to get a mentor because mentors would ease your trip. And here in Unity Toastmasters, you are blessed with a plethora of mentors. You have so many experienced Toastmasters in your midst. In fact, you have the highest number of distinguished Toastmasters in your club. You have six distinguished Toastmasters in this club. So which tells you you have the opportunity to get both formal and informal mentors and tap from their vast experience and resources. So please, don't underestimate the power of good mentors. I'll summarize this by saying, if you ensure that you are resilient, you keep on stepping up to higher responsibility, and you seek wisdom from your predecessors, I can assure you, you have reached your destination already. Now, my dear inductees, as I conclude, I would like to remind you that this marvelous marketplace that we call Toastmasters is at your disposal. But remember, you shouldn't just be a window shopper in this market. You shouldn't just be a buyer of value. You should also be a seller of value. And my charge to you today is this: get value from Toastmasters. Give value to Toastmasters. And I can tell you, you will be transformed in ways that you could never have imagined. Thank you very much. The Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Soji Salu. That has been a compendious presentation. And when you started talking about me, I was like, okay, I hope I'm not, I hope I'm safe. But indeed, that story is so true. That story is so true. I was running away then. But then when someone said, we have a Toastmaster in our office, well, come on, aren't you a Toastmaster? I had to rise up to the challenge. This is a good challenge that distinguished Toastmaster Soji Salu has given everyone, every inductee here this evening. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And now we're moving